my friends, and welcome back to yet another video. So good to see you again. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the most powerful lucid dreaming success habits that I personally use and that I recommend to you if you want to lucid dream consistently. I know that the majority of stuff that you probably hear about on the internet when it comes to lucid dreaming is just tons of different techniques. You've heard of wild, wake back to bed, filed, siled, dialed, field, or DEILD, or however you pronounce that. And there's all these different techniques, but what a lot of people don't really talk about is just easy habits that you can implement each day to create a habit of lucid dreaming. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down 8 lucid dreaming habits to help you lucid dream consistently. The first one is waking up and immediately doing a reality check. Have you ever woken up and got out of bed and you were just going about your day and everything was fine, and then all of a sudden you woke back up in bed? And sometimes that happens multiple times over and over and over. Well, if that has happened to you, that is called a false awakening, where you're basically dreaming of waking up. Now, you can use false awakenings to actually get lucid every single time you have one. And to do that, you just have to create a habit of doing a reality check as soon as you wake up. If you create a habit of checking if you're awake as soon as you wake up, the next time you have a false awakening, you will habitually check if you are dreaming to find out that you are dreaming, and you'll be able to turn your false awakenings that sometimes can be frustrating into an amazing lucid dream. And sometimes people get the point of reality checks confused. It's not exactly about the physical check or just looking around your environment. It's the questioning. It's the questioning if you could be awake and asking yourself how you know you're actually awake right now. And then you can obviously use physical things like your hand to determine if you are awake or asleep, because physical objects will act differently in the dream than they do when you are awake. So as soon as I wake up, I don't do anything complicated when it comes to reality checks. I just look at my hand, I look at the lines in my hands, and I make sure everything looks normal. I count my fingers, I look away, I look back again, and then I try to poke my finger through my palm, and I expect it to go through. And the reason why we do that is because anything you expect or intend to happen in the dream usually happens. So that's how you can kind of check if you're awake or asleep, by really intending for these reality checks to show you that you're dreaming, and that will help you determine if you're actually dreaming or not. So it's all about the mental questioning, and then you can add a physical check in there and really study the result of the physical check, which will help you determine if you are dreaming or not. So very simply, just do some sort of reality check when you wake up. As soon as you open your eyes, check if you're dreaming, ask yourself a couple questions, and maybe check out your hand and see if it looks normal. The next one is writing down your dreams in your journal before you even get out of bed. This will really help aid your dream recall. I know a couple people that will, just rush out of bed. Oh, I don't have time to write my dreams down, and they'll try to write it down later, and then you don't really remember anything when you go back to write your dreams down. So it is best just to write your dreams down as soon as you wake up. You can summarize your dreams if that is easier, or write down a couple keywords that will help you recall the dream later if you don't have time to write the entire dream down. But I would definitely make an effort to even wake up a few minutes early just to write down your dream. It doesn't have to be the entire dream in full detail, but write down the summary of the dream at least, and anything that stood out to you in the dream, because your dream journal is something that you can actually use later to help you get lucid, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. The next one is reading lucid dreaming books, watching lucid dreaming documentaries, listening to people's lucid dream stories, and just taking in lucid dreaming content. This is going to help prime your mind to have lucid dreams, because lucid dreams are on your mind. And if you're thinking about lucid dreams a lot and you're taking in information about lucid dreams a lot, there's a good chance you're going to think or talk about lucid dreams in your actual dreams, which could lead to a lucid dream. One thing I would add on to this, though, just to make sure you actually get lucid, if you talk about lucid dreams in your dream, anytime you hear the word dreams in waking life, or anything that reminds you of your dream, do a reality check, because I can't tell you how many times I've went into a dream and I was talking to a dream character about lucid dreaming, not even realizing that I was dreaming. So anytime you hear the word dreams or anything that pops up in waking life that reminds you about dreams, just do a quick reality check, ask yourself a couple questions just to build the habit. That way, the next time you talk about your dreams, in your dreams, you'll check if you're dreaming and have a lucid dream. A lot of dream words there. The next one is going on a walk and pretending like you're dreaming. This is one of my favorite things to do every single day because it's like a really long reality check. I will go on a walk, I will just imagine that I am dreaming and look around at the environment, the wind, all of the trees, all of the details and the textures, and I will literally act like I am dreaming and walking through my dream environment. Because those of you who have had lucid dreams know that lucid dreams can feel more real than real life sometimes, which is super, super crazy. So if you're being in the mindset of being in a dream and you're really looking at the world around you with wonder and curiosity and observing it and looking closely, you're going to create a habit of doing that in the dream world, and you'll most likely be able to tell that it is a dream because you've habitually created a habit of studying your environment on these walks. So you're going to notice that something seems a little off in your dream world, and that will cause you to realize that you're dreaming. The next one is implementing what I call the weird technique. So I know a lot of people have issues with figuring out when to do reality checks. Sometimes we have a hard time remembering when to do reality checks. Some of us have sticky notes all over our house, or we set alarms, or we write on ourselves to remember to check if we're dreaming, and that can get a little bit complicated and that can get a little bit overwhelming as well. I'm sure that you can agree. So one thing that you can try to start implementing is the weird technique, and this is basically doing a reality check anytime anything weird happens in waking life. Anytime something odd happens, or something that catches your attention, or something that's out of the ordinary that will cause you to question if you're actually awake or not. That's basically the weird technique. That way you always know when to do a reality check. Anytime something stands out to you, or something's weird, or you're outside, or something just feels off. So do a reality check when you run into something weird, but also remember to do a reality check anytime you hear the word dreams or anything related to the dream world. And even just doing the reality checks at those 2 times will drastically change your lucid dreaming practice. And I'm sure most of you have weird dreams every once in a while at least. So by questioning your reality every time something weird happens in waking life, you're gonna automatically start doing that in the dream realm, causing you to realize that you're dreaming. I can't tell you how many times I have seen some weird car float up in the sky in my dream, or I've just seen something impossible happen in my dream and me not even realize that I'm in a dream. So by practicing in waking life, doing reality checks anytime something weird happens, you're going to create the habit of checking if you're dreaming anytime something weird happens, and you'll automatically be able to turn any of your weird dreams into a lucid dream. The next one is not eating a meal right before bed. Eating a meal right before bed takes a lot of energy, and our body only has one energy source. So if it's using all of its energy to digest food right as you go to bed, you're probably going to have low dream recall, and you probably won't have a lucid dream. And if you do, it probably won't be very clear, and it probably won't last very long. I do something called intermittent fasting, which is basically where I have an 8-hour eating window every single day, and the rest of the 24 hours I fast. So that will kind of help you monitor when you're eating, and it will also help you not eat right before bed so you can save that energy for your dreams. The next one is studying your dream journal right before bed, and this is why you want to get in the habit of using your dream journal and consistently every single morning, because the content in there is going to help you get familiar with your dreaming environment, what it's like, what usually happens, and it will show you any clues that consistently tell you that you're dreaming. So study your dream journal right before bed. It could be last week's dreams, like the full week of dreams, and just study them and see, oh, I could have got lucid there. Oh, that was weird. I could have got lucid there. And you're basically going through these dreams and bringing your critical mind to all of the parts where you could have gotten lucid. And this will help you be more critical in your next dreams and help you realize you're dreaming a lot easier. So I would definitely recommend going back into your dream journal, looking at your common dream signs, what you dream about the most, and when you could have gotten lucid when you didn't. That way it will help you a lot more in the future when you run into those situations. The next one is meditating before bed. Meditating before bed has literally changed my practice so much. Even if it's just 5 minutes, it's going to change the game for you, I promise. It builds up your awareness so much, and it helps you build up your imaginary skills, or the skills to be able to visualize things. So even if it's just 5 minutes before bed, you're going to notice your dream recall increase, your dreams are going to be more vivid, and you're going to have more awareness in your dreams. So try to at least put in 5 minutes of meditation into your schedule before you go to sleep. And here is a bonus for you guys. This is something that I do every single night that helps me consistently lucid dream, and that is imagining a dream scene that you create as you're going to sleep, as you're falling asleep. Imagine going through a dream scene, whatever you want. Like, what is the most amazing dream that you can imagine? What would be happening? Imagine yourself going through this dream and then realizing that you're dreaming. You know, what got you lucid? How did you realize you were dreaming? What do you do now that you know that you're dreaming? Where do you go? Who is there? What environment are you in? What emotions do you feel? That's actually the most important part, is feeling the emotions of excitement and just like whatever you feel when you get lucid. You want to create that entire scenario in your mind as you're falling asleep. So you're just going about the dream in your mind. Maybe you're in the forest or something. I always like to imagine I'm at the beach or the forest or something. I'm just going along, and all of a sudden maybe I look at my hand and I see that I have 12 fingers on one hand. Oh my gosh, I feel my stomach drop. I get super excited. I look around, and then what do you do next in your dream now that you realize you're lucid dreaming? This is what you want to do in your imagination as you are falling asleep, and you want to create a very strong visualization of this, as if you can, as strong as you can, and the emotions of what you would feel if you actually got lucid. And you'll notice after a while, or sometime randomly, you're going to have a lucid dream that will literally be that scenario that you imagined as you are falling asleep. And again, what you do right before sleep is going to impact your dreams a lot, because as you're falling asleep, your conscious mind closes and your subconscious mind opens. So you're actually implementing suggestions into your subconscious mind of what you actually want to experience in your dreams that night. That's why people use affirmations as they're falling asleep. You know, tonight I'll remember my dreams, I have excellent dream recall, or whatever affirmation you want to use. It's because as you're falling asleep, it goes directly to the subconscious mind, and it's more likely to happen if you imagine it or if you say those affirmations as you're falling asleep. So that is something I would definitely recommend doing before bed or as you're falling asleep. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your experiences with how you usually get lucid, and if you have any questions about anything in this video, I would love to hear the habits that you've implemented to help you lucid dream consistently. And if you're interested in lucid dreaming in 30 days or less, make sure to check out my courses, classes, and mentorships that are in the description. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're interested in receiving exclusive content on the channel along with tons of other perks and benefits, then make sure to check out the membership button right next to the subscribe button. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining in this video, and as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.